Good morning, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1128 Lakeshore Road here in Lake Oswego. We're located at the front of the home, just beyond the porch. We have a 4-inch cast iron cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. We have the kitchen sink running. I've already put the camera down line. Hopefully it's tying in further as we're not getting any water flow from the kitchen area. So we'll try and figure that out. But we know that the bathroom is connected. We've tested that. Anyway, we're going to go here until we need to run water. Here at about 11 feet, it transitions over to concrete. It appears to be, I think it's actually 4-inch. It's hard to tell. It's 4 or 6. And we either have a root coming up through here or the bottom of the pipe is broken out. It's one of those two things, but we have a big ledge there for stuff to get caught on. We've got a few different spots, about 3 in the flow line so far. We've got roots or a broken pipe jutting up into the flow line. Okay, we started water up in the upstairs bathroom area. That's why we have water flowing here once again. We haven't had any water really while running the scope, but anyway, up to this point here, the concrete is in very, very rough condition. We've got offsets at almost every single pipe joint so far. And then now we're transitioning here over to 30-34 PVC pipe. It looks like it's Y connecting onto the top of the line. And here at 51 feet, we have reached the main lateral. I'm going to do locates to verify where the line terminates. Sounds like we may have another line to scope, so we're going to try and figure it all out here, because we've got no water from the kitchen area coming down line, but the bathroom's connected in. Or at least that we can tell right now. We're going to shut the bathroom water off and just leave the kitchen running. That way we can figure out where it's going. They located the camera head successfully out the main lateral on North Shore, and right where the terminus is at, that is marked with a white T. And we're going to reel back to where the line Y connects onto the top. This appears to be a 6-inch 3034 PVC line. Right about here. I'm going to try and locate this as best as I can, but all the concrete pipe on the exterior here I'm recommending be replaced, or I don't even think you can do a liner on it. There's so many offset or busted up joints. Literally almost every joint in here has got about a 1-inch piece of concrete, either from broken pipe or the joint being offset, jutting up into the flow line. That and the condition of the concrete is very, very rough. This line, especially with the amount of trees that are in this yard, is not going to hold up. It's at the end of its lifespan and needs to be replaced. And I wanted to point out once more, we still have the kitchen sink running, and at no point are we getting water flow from that kitchen sink anywhere on here, not even in the PVC after it Y connects. So I have not quite sure yet where that's going. Alright, I've located this. It's the right where there's a big ivy kind of wall right at the front of the property that literally lines the street. We're right on that. It's basically a sheer ledge there. I put a big white X. If you're standing down the street looking maybe 3 feet up from the roadway, you'll see the X there. I'm not able to get an accurate depth because of the angle of the ground. It's just a sheer drop off. It's not going to be accurate at all. So anyway, I recommend calling for locates if you have to do digging on this thing. Alright, we're just at the top of the little front hillside there, finally in the yard area. I just put a white line, and it's only 10 inches deep. It's extremely shallow, right as it's about to drop over that last ledge and dive down to the street. Anyway, and it sounds like there was root problems in here already. I mean, with the condition this is in, roots are going to end up destroying this line here. It's already in very rough condition as it is, so. Alright, we're just off to the right side of the walkway. I'm just drawing lines everywhere I can to kind of show the direction it's running. But yeah, I mean, the concrete here, especially back towards the beginning, I mean, it is just absolutely haggard at this point. We've crossed over from the right side of the property to the left. It looks like it goes underneath the stone walkway. This portion right here, I mean, this shows you how rough condition this is. The bottom of the pipe here is completely broken out. So that's what the rest of your pipe looks like going through out there. It's just, it's ready to just fall apart at this point. So it's time for it to get replaced. Alright, we're kind of in the front yard, or the grass area on the left side of the walkway. Each one of these joints here, the pipe is thinned out so much it's breaking. There's a big long crack running up and down this line, in the flow line there. This part here, the bottom of the flow line is completely busted away. Now this isn't even one you could do like a liner on. The pipe is in way too rough condition to do that. I'm going to put a marking right here just after the cast iron transition. I recommend from here at about 7 feet. We're just in front of the cast right now, but from 7 feet all the way out to about 41 feet, all the concrete needs to be replaced. I would highly recommend doing that. Alright, we've got the whole repair mapped out here. The only spot where the depth is unknown is that last hillside as the line drops down to the street. But I do have markings from the cast iron all the way to essentially to the edge of the road. Again, I recommend all the concrete be replaced. I highly, highly recommend doing a rescope to check the repair work. There's a lot of brand new lines that go bad, so make sure you do that. And then again, we have no water from the kitchen sink flowing down the line here. We're going to try and find another clean out. Sounds like there's one on the right side of the house, and see if that's handling that water. Alright, we're over here on the right side of the home. We have a 3-inch ABS cleanout. We're just outside the where the kitchen area is, and I can already hear the water running. So this appears to be where our kitchen sink water is going. I don't know if my microphone was off there, but anyway, we've got a little belly right at the start here. We're running this thing out just to see where it ends up terminating at, because it does not connect in to the line we scoped that's handling the toilet. I don't know if they updated the line at some point and forgot to convert the line over. I'm not really sure what happened. Now we're switching to ABS plastic, and this might be as far as we're able to go here. We'll see if the camera will even make the dive. It's basically hitting a vertical stack right now. Yeah, and that's dropping down into the main lateral. I'm going to go mark where this connects in, but I would look into maybe contact the city, find out if permits were pulled to update the line here. I think what may have happened, I don't know if they're permitted to have two separate lines or something like that to independently run out and hook to the main, or if this line was updated and someone forgot to connect the bathroom area over to the new line. I'm not really sure what happened here. Alright, located the camera head basically directly at the base of the little hillside that I've referred to a couple times, not way out in the street. Now, anyway, I'm not entirely sure how this thing is set up here. Because when we turned the water off, all said and done, we had no water flowing through the PVC pipe. So as far as I can tell here, this thing may drop down, and I suppose theoretically tie onto the PVC portion that the concrete section did from the other line that we've scoped, but I do not remember seeing any volume of water like this at all going through there. When we shut the water off and started pulling out, it was dry. So as best I can tell here, it looks like it's two separate lines completely, which may be completely permitted and not be a big deal at all. But when we've got a line like we do over on the other side of the house and then a newer one like this, I've seen it before where someone's forgotten to connect the part of the plumbing over to the new line. But I would contact the city on this one. I would imagine they have some kind of record of this thing going in, just to figure out what kind of setup you have here and how best to go about the repair. Whether you route that line through the house and just abandon the old one, or update the concrete section and keep the two separate portions together. Now, anyway, we've got a little bit of standing water there right off the start. It's not a major concerning amount at all. We still have water flowing through there. And at this point, this is not handling any toilets at all. It's just handling water. So, anyway, a couple feet of 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of water is not concerning. That portion of the line there looks good and is draining properly. The other half of it is ready for an update.